vola angwela o veteranu ako itabua. Ako do talitain na barong na Bula FM nambanduan na sir.
Bula, alang gono ilutoka do talita ka ng Bula FM berarti ni nambanduan na sir.
Ni Bula binaka nanreken go sa Bula FM nga. Nakasi.
Nalang go sa mundo achieve ng Bula FM nambanduan na sir nusur.
Ni Bula binaka nalang go Jerry yang melambasa. Do barong ng Bula FM nambanduan.
Bula FM nambanduan na sir.
In the news tonight, measles vaccine ultra safe and effective. Grandmother heartbroken for missing child. And woman critical after stabbing.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spade.
The measles vaccine being administered in the Central Division is safe and effective. With over 100,000 people vaccinated, the Health Ministry says the vaccine has been used in Fiji since the 1980s. Kelly Vavala reports since the outbreak on November 7th, there have been 15 confirmed cases.
Fiji has been using the measles vaccine for decades with zero negative effects.
50 years now. In most countries in the world, it's being used. In all developed countries, it's certainly being used. The WHO has come out estimated that from the year 2000 to 2017, it's prevented 20 million deaths.
Dr. Alicia Sahu Khan says none of the 15 patients are hospitalized.
A few of them were admitted to hospital, but they have since been discharged. There's no confirmed case currently admitted in hospitals. They were discharged well home. Some of them actually did not need to be admitted to hospital, and they were placed under home isolation.
The Health Ministry is urging Fijians to avoid mass gatherings.
We're advising people that to avoid catching and spreading measles, to avoid mass gatherings at this time, especially in Central Division. We're asking people not to congregate in areas, not to attend events where there are lots of different people, lots of people there, because we know that measles is a very, very contagious disease that spreads very quickly.
Meanwhile, in Samoa, 60 people have died from the measles epidemic, with over 4,000 cases reported. The Samoan government has introduced more emergency orders to bring the deadly disease under control. Kelly Vavala, FBC News.
Meanwhile, hundreds of Fijians in the Suva-Lami corridor waited in queues to get their measles shots today. This as the Health Ministry began its second phase of immunisation campaign, targeting people who may not be fully immunised and are most at risk. Kelly Vavala again with this report.
Lami resident Lucia Kamanalangi says she waited for 2 hours to get her shot as people were waiting outside the health centre from 7 a.m.
You just come and take it as per advised by the Ministry of Health, just to prevent any measles in the future. I think they should provide more tents because the patients are all waiting out in the sun and there's kids and old people around.
My children and I are here to get vaccinated. Since measles is getting worse in Samoa and people are dying, I can't afford to lose a child of mine.
At the Samambula Health Centre, many employees took time off from work to get vaccinated. Mazban Pariwala, who flew in from India on Sunday, says he was advised to get a shot.
And I understand there's a measles outbreak here in the country. So I think the country is doing really good to give us a vaccination. This drive will really help to ensure that, the population which comes in is all safeguarded.
I took out time from work. Our HR advised me just to go and do that to ensure we are safe.
Over 200,000 vaccine arrived this week, following which the mass vaccination campaign began today.
Me and my wife and the family, we've been here, I think it's after 8, I think so. So now it's 11 o'clock, we're still waiting for a long queue. We have to come so that we can get injected because of this disease. It's too dangerous, eh?
Close to 100,000 people were vaccinated during phase 1 of the campaign. Kelly Vavala, FBC News.
The mystery surrounding the disappearance of a 3-year-old girl from Kalakana settlement in Lami remains. Thale Raikandroka has been missing from home for 5 days now, and investigators are still trying to find clues on the circumstances surrounding the incident. Sainani Boyla spoke to the child's distraught grandmother today.
I'm doing everything just to see her again. 52-year-old Arieta Ronaingato is still hopeful her grandchild is safe and will be found soon.
I later found out on Saturday that she was missing. I went to look for her everywhere. I am fasting and praying to God that Tale will be found soon. I want to see her. I really wanted to see her again.
Tale always lives here with her grandmother, Arieta, and the last time she left her was last Thursday when she wanted to go up to her grandfather. Police spokesperson Anna Naisoro says the search team is doing all it can to find the 3-year-old.
As of this afternoon, we're still continuing on with the search, and also the parallel investigations that's been conducted by our CID team. So far, we've had there's been negative results, but we'll continue to carry on with the search until a decision is made.
Tale Reikenrocker's grandfather noticed her missing when he woke up on Saturday morning. A missing persons report was lodged at the Lami police station the next day. Sainia Nimboila, FBC News.
2 eyewitnesses who saw a man stab his ex-wife in Samambula Suva say the woman screamed for help. 50-year-old Serupe Peli Lailai and his wife Resina helped the victim and transported her to CWM hospital after the incident. The two told FBC News that the incident happened after 7 p.m. last night. Catherine Krishna has more.
Retired police officer Seru Pepeli Lailai says the man and woman argued for some time before the stabbing occurred.
We ran down the stairs, we came to where the place where the sound was coming from. We could hear that somebody was being assaulted or something like that. And the lady was calling something like a knife. Somebody was attacking her with a knife.
Lailai's wife adds the man looked very angry and fled the scene, leaving the lady behind.
We saw this middle-aged Itauki lady. She was sitting down on the footpath in front of Rajan stores, and we live upstairs. And she was drenched in blood. Her clothes were just like full of blood. And she was like just spitting out mouthfuls of blood and clots like every 2 minutes.
Police have confirmed a suspect is now in custody at CWM hospital after sustaining injuries. Meanwhile, the stabbing victim remains in critical condition as police investigation continues. Catherine Krishna, FBC News.
Diseases such as dengue fever continue to accelerate due to the changes in climatic conditions, says the World Meteorological Organization. This has given dengue-carrying mosquitoes the environment to have an astronomical effect on humans. Discussions at COP25 in Spain has seen revelations about diseases and food security affecting countries such as those in the Pacific Islands. Indra Singh has more.
Welcome to Madrid, where COP25 has begun and leaders from around the world are taking part to talk all about climate action, what to do and how to help this global disaster that's happening and affecting everyone around the world, how to counter it. It was an amazing day earlier on today with the experts talking about the climate factor and the climate risks and everything that's involved, in particular for the Pacific countries. If we quickly look at what happened today, is the World Meteorological Organization today said 2019 is geared towards concluding a decade of exceptional global heat. This is increasing the risk of occurrence of disease such as dengue fever, which has already been present in Fiji and the Pacific.
Vector-borne diseases like dengue fever, which was where we had million cases in different parts of the world.
The WHO has long warned that climate change is impacting people's lives and health on a daily basis, and now WMO is following suit.
FAO has estimated that we have started seeing growing amount of hunger worldwide. There has been a slight increase. There was a declining trend until 2014, but since then we have seen a slight increase, which is not good news when it comes to food security. And in the long run, this may be the major challenge related to climate change.
COP25 under the presidency of Chile is giving Pacific nations such as ourselves another chance to talk about the devastating effect of climate change as it continues to rear its ugly head.
Catastrophic events that are happening in the small island states I think what these shows and the responses that we experience is in the international system is that when the response time is too long, and also that we don't really have long-term measures in place. We need an international response system that goes beyond the short-term help in catastrophic emergencies, and we need one that strengthens the government systems and removes the obstacles that we see in place in order to implement one that is strengthening resilience against these increasing extreme events, because global warming is continuing.
2019 is set to be the second or at least third warmest year of all time ever, and catastrophic events such as floods and droughts are happening more quickly than before. Sea level rise has accelerated, which means only one thing, that small nations are in grave danger of being wiped out due to climate change. That is the discussion that will focus a lot of things here at COP25 in Madrid. Interesting, FBC News.
Up ahead, judge to sum up alleged child trafficking case. And stage set for Ndrichia Melem competition. Details after the break.
Hi, Bula. I'm Selai from Nandi. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, my name is Sotiama here in Ba. We love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, I'm Miri. I'm from Lotoka and I love Gold FM because they play all my classic hits.
Hi, my name is Fiona from Tavua and I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, I'm Ini from Rakiraki. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
The defense lawyer in the trial of alleged child trafficker Josevata Werelangi made closing submissions today, saying the complainant gave evidence that making easy money is sweet. The court was told that Werelangi was a good Samaritan when he helped the 15-year-old because he felt sorry for her. Apinesa Wangarandovo reports.
The defense contended that the girl lied to police when she was caught loitering in town and noted she has testified that she was not forced or threatened by Josevata Werelangi and had the option to go home. The prosecution submitted the complainant was used as a product and sold for money. The prosecution also says the girl was afraid of Werelangi and feared returning home because she would be beaten by her family. The accused is charged with 1 count of aggravated sexual servitude and 3 counts of domestic trafficking of children. The judge will sum up the case tomorrow. Apinisa Wangarandovu, FBC News.
Churches play an important role in the fight against illicit drugs, says Assistant Superintendent of Police Anare Masitamboa. The Fiji Police Force's drugs unit continues to see an increase in drug-related cases every year, and ASP Masitamboa says they need support from the communities. Josai Nanunga reports.
Speaking at this outreach program in Nandaranasilo today, ASP Anare Masitamboa confirmed illicit drug activities have increased in the past 10 years.
From 2009 to 2018, we see a tremendous increase in the amount the people that were arrested for drugs. From 2009, it was only 148, but in 2018, last year, it rose to 1,440.
Nandera has been marked as the red zone for drug-related activities, and the drug unit's outreach program aims to educate the people about its effects. Senior pastor for the Nandera Methodist Circuit, Reverend Manasa Lewatumbo, believes rural to urban drift could be one of the reasons behind this increase.
Right now we were labeled by the police that Nandera is a red zone. The reason behind the increase is that, we have a squatter settlement.
The force believes working with communities will help solve this growing problem.
We are involving ourselves with all stakeholders, and especially what is happening here today with the Methodist Church.
Meanwhile, various departments from the Fiji Police Force are expected to participate in this week's awareness program together with the Methodist Church of Fiji. The 2-week program will end on the 14th of this month. Josai Nanunga, FBC News.
The 33-year-old man residing in Khalsa Road, Tadiroa, was lucky to have escaped unharmed after the vehicle he was driving caught fire. The incident occurred in Langere, Nasinu early today. It's alleged the driver was under the influence of alcohol and drove over a concrete traffic island, resulting in his vehicle catching fire. Officers from the National Fire Authority control the fire and the driver is in custody at the Nasinu police station. The stage is set for the Fijian Broadcasting Corporation's Bull FM's Drechia Milem competition. The 20 finalists are also gearing up for the much-awaited competition, which begins tomorrow at the Roops Mega Complex in Nakasi. Only one lucky person will drive away with the 2019 Hyundai Tucson on Saturday. Lena Reese has more.
Competitors will have to be standing for 4 hours and get 20-minute break intervals. The last man standing by Saturday will win the car worth more than $69,000.
Try to win the car and give to my family and my wife, my son for the Christmas. I want to own the car because at home I don't have any car.
The competition preparing for Christmas, so I can make my family proud.
And I heard it on the radio, and they were saying about this car. So, and at the same time, like my daughter was born, so I was thinking about it for me to do it for my daughter.
The competition has gained a lot of interest and hype with less than 24 hours remaining.
We are very excited to have this event tomorrow, and we can't wait for tomorrow to see and witness everything. The participants are also looking forward to this. From 9:15 to 10:15, they'll be having their medical checks again before they begin the competition.
The 20 finalists will begin arriving here in Makasi after 8 a.m. tomorrow, with the competition to begin at midday. Now, Bulla FM Drechia Milem's competition will be streamed live on Bulla FM's Facebook page. Lena Reese, FBC News.
And it's business time now with Kelly.
Thanks, Jackie. Coming up after the break. Tourism brings over $600 million earning in third quarter. And in Growing Fiji, new agriculture station to boost industry. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Shamiza. And I'm Salma. We're from Nandi and we love Mirchi FM because it's hot.
My name is Rajnita Lata and I'm from Vatulaloba. और हम सब मिर्ची एफएम सुनता है because it's hot.
Hi, my name is Vinita. I'm from Lambasa. I love listening to Mirchi FM. It's #1.
हमारा नाम सागर रेड्डी है. हम लोग स्कूल में, हम लोग घर में और कहीं भी रहता हम लोग खाली मिर्ची एफएम सुनता. गौल टाउन तावा में मिर्ची एफएम दागो मामा.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Leading business, Fiji earned $647.5 million from the tourism between July and September this year. The Bureau of Statistics confirms the September quarter earnings were 22% or $118.7 million higher than the June quarter. Australia topped the list at $260.8 million or 40% of the total. New Zealanders spent $179.5 million, followed by Americans. A slight drop was recorded in earnings from Chinese tourists. Westpac Bank has clarified that the exchange bureau at the Nandi International Airport is only for Westpac account holders. In an emailed response, the bank confirms that only their customers can buy and sell foreign exchange at set amounts. Fiji residents, for example, with a one-way ticket can carry up to 5,000 Fijian dollars, whereas return ticket holders can take up to 10,000 Fijian dollars. The bank says this is in line with the Reserve Bank's measures and financial crime obligations. Westpac is the only bank that has an exchange within the international airport. Meanwhile, questions sent to Fiji airports have yet to be answered. And Sinifa from HFC Bank joins us now with the latest from the money market.
The Japanese yen and Swiss franc held their gains against the US dollar today. Appetite for safe haven currencies spiked after US President Trump warned a trade deal with China might not come until after next year's presidential election. Meanwhile, the Reserve Bank of Australia left interest rates at record lows yesterday as it waits for the 3 cuts already delivered to gain traction in a sluggish economy. New Zealand's central bank is expected to announce tougher bank capital ratio requirements tomorrow. It's a move that could tighten credit conditions and hurt the bottom line of the major Australian lenders who dominate the market. The Reserve Bank of New Zealand has proposed doubling minimum Tier 1 capital ratios to 16% of risk-weighted assets as it seeks to bolster the country's financial system. That's all from HFC Bank for now. Vinaka.
Thanks, Sinifa. Here are today's exchange rates as set this morning. The Fiji dollar was generally on the rise against the Chinese yuan, the US greenback, the kina, the kiwi and euro. It slipped against the Aussie dollar and the yen. Looking at commodities, the price of oil rose slightly, still above $56 per barrel. Gold was up over $14 at $1,477 per ounce, and silver closed up at $17.17 per ounce. In growing Fiji, the agriculture sector has a huge potential to contribute positively towards economic growth. However, Minister Dr. Mahendra Reddy believes this can only be achieved if the land is utilized well. Speaking at the commissioning of the Nanukulo Agriculture Station in Ra yesterday, Dr. Reddy assured the farmers that they will always get expert advice from his staff.
In January, we will be outlining a new package that we want to put forward to bring those land and agriculture. Now, to do that, we also are gearing up to support farmers, to back them up through technical advice.
That's it from Business Tonight. Jamie joins you now with the latest from sports.
Thanks, Gillian. Good evening in Sports Tonight. Fiji Sevens all set for new series. And Rugby Union switch for Mbati winger. There's some more coming up.
Zola ngwela o veteronugu ako itabua ako do talitaina na barongo na Bula FM nambando na sere Bula ang gonoa ilutoka do talita na Bula FM bertini nambando na sere ni Bula binaka nanrege ngo sa Bula FM nga ena kasi nalango sa mundo active na Bula FM nambando na sere nusuri ni Bula binaka nalango Jerry yang melambasa do barongo na Bula FM
Bula FM, number 2 en seri.
Team captains had a meet and greet at their photo shoot today before the Dubai Sevens kicks off on Friday. While all teams are looking to set a good platform for the Olympic Games next year, the primary focus remains on this weekend's battles. Aquila Dharma reports.
The stage is set for the first leg of the Men's World Series in Dubai, and our skipper is not looking ahead of himself.
Just play Fijian style of rugby, and we play for people back home and for the nation, and especially for Fiji fans. We need to, start early on the series, win tournament early, in order to be, stay satisfied on the end of the series, and then concentrate on the Olympics.
England captain Phil Burgess says creating the right mindset is key for them.
The Olympics at the end of the year is massive. I think we've got 10 World Series, so we can build through each event. And then, just looking forward to it at the end of the year. The motto of our team, I imagine, is probably mindset makes memories. We go out there with the right mindset and you get that enjoyment, make the memories.
While the 2020 Olympic Games is the ultimate goal for most teams, Dubai is the key to that for the Irish.
Yeah, massive opportunity. The whole year, everything's an opportunity to play each week, every tournament, the Olympics at the end of it. But I suppose you can't look past Dubai this weekend. It's going to be massive. USA first up, all the heavyweights. It's going to be great fun.
The Dubai Sevens will kick off tomorrow night. Aquila Dharma, FBC Sports.
In the women's competition, the Fijiana play Australia at 12 a.m. on Friday. The Fiji men's side beat Japan at 4:02 a.m. also on Friday in their first match. You can watch the Dubai Sevens live on FBC TV and FBC Sports. Fiji will once again look to World Rugby Sevens Player of the Year Jerry Tuwai for inspiration at the start of the new series. Coach Gareth Baber and Captain Paulan Ranisinukulla are full of praise for the Nippy star, who they say is an integral part of the Fiji Sevens setup. Aquila Dharma has more.
Look out! Little Jerry's in the house!
He is regarded as Fiji's most successful sevens player with 3 world titles and an Olympic gold medal.
He's one of the most humble people that you'll ever see on a rugby field, win or lose. He's a great character to have around. As a man grows up, particularly in a pressurised situation like this, he sort of develops different weapons that he has, and one of those has been Jerry's leadership and mentorship to other players in the squad.
Fiji is blessed to have Tuai, according to the team captain.
It's an honor to be on his side in the field and also outside the field, and it's a big boost and help to the team. He is a motivator, and everyone looks up at him due to his achievement in rugby sevens. He's a small man in the field, but he can do much more greater things.
Baber says Tuai always gets himself out of difficult situations on the field.
He freely admits himself he's one of the smallest players on the international circuit, but it's brave to put your body on the line in defence, but it's his bravery in attack and the cheekiness to take opposition on in real tight situations and do things that people don't think are expected of a player. He's always got something up his sleeve.
Tuai has scored 120 tries in 265 matches for Fiji in the World Series. Aquila Dhama, FBC Sports.
Celebrating its 50th anniversary this year, the Dubai Sevens will bring together 28 teams from across the globe for 3 days. Being the most successful teams at the event since the start of the World Sevens Series, the tournament has come to mean a lot to both the All Black Sevens and the Black Ferns. Melbourne Storm and Fiji Mbati winger Suliasi Vunivalu will join the Queensland Reds on a 2-year deal in 2021. Fox Sports reports Vunivalu is expected to see out his current contract with the Storm, which ends at the conclusion of the 2020 NRL season. The Fiji Volleyball Federation has had to postpone the 2019 Continental Cup in light of the measles outbreak. Federation President Linga Ngukisuba says the tournament, which was to be held next week, will now take place next year. Faria Begum with the story.
The Fiji Volleyball Federation is prioritizing the safety of players and officials and has followed the Sports Commission's advice to postpone its event.
We've agreed to postpone the tournament to help contain the outbreak of measles in Fiji.
Linga Ngukisuva says the tournament was to be held in Serua, but it has been quarantined by the Ministry of Health.
Especially when the tournament is held in Serua, in the Pacific region, which is at the moment the red zone for the outbreaks.
National beach volleyball coach Apenisa Saukuru says the postponement is a blessing in disguise.
At first I was really down, but at the same time it's a blessing in disguise because we just have a short time of preparation. It had been postponed, so we have more time to train and practice with the team as well.
The Federation will be holding talks with all relevant stakeholders before a date to hold the tournament next year is decided. Faria Begum, FBC Sports.
Tonga's participation at the AFL Oceania Cup will boost the development of Aussie rules football in Tonga. Coach Malakai Mahina says bringing his side to Fiji has been a success for him and his staff, as it is a stepping stone to growing the sport in the kingdom. Save Wanga with the story.
Helping his son accomplish his dream of playing AFL in Australia, Coach Malakai is on a mission to help his team achieve the same.
This is my dream for one of the kids to got a scholarship to get an opportunity to move to Australia and school over there.
The Tongan coach says coming to Fiji was a struggle for his side.
But it's not easy for us to come here because we have no money to pay our air ticket because the AFL do everything here in Fiji.
Meanwhile, Tongan captain Luatani Pau says playing in Fiji was a good learning experience for his side.
It's pretty new. Us in Tonga, we don't play AFL, and it's new for us to play. I know if we play it a lot, we can have any lot of chances.
The Oceania Cup serves as a trial for players who will get a chance to represent an Oceania under-15 team. Tonga is hoping to send some of its players to be part of the Oceania side that will travel to Brisbane, Australia next year. Save Wanga, FBC Sports.
That's it from sports and new media. Later on, Apple may be using mini LEDs in its devices next year. Find out more after the break.
रहता है हमारा नाम उमेश कुमार, हम रहता है रेलू और रेडियो फीजी में हरदम सुनता है। बहुत पुराना गाना लगे
और बहुत रोचक सुनता है, बहुत अच्छा लगे हमको।
उमेश चंद्रा और कांता चंद्रा हमारा वाइफ है। हम लोग रेडियो फीजी 2 बहुत सुंदर से सुनता है, बहुत अच्छा प्रोग्राम, नंबर 1 रेडियो।
कुमार स्वामी नायक है, गोंगवा लुगु लटोका। रेडियो फीजी 2 में पुराना गाना लगे, हमें बहुत अच्छा लगे।
कुमार नाकाफी।
And it's weather time now with Angie.
Hello there and welcome to the Weather World. A quiet Wednesday it was. There were some bright spells which later turned to gloominess. We have climbed the hill and it's all downwards from here into the weekend. It doesn't get better than this. Now checking the west out for today, quite sunny and cool too. The winds are definitely working their magic. Eastwards from Bekabarusuva, after great sunshine, we will have some drippies. And up north, cool and wonderful. Such a bubbly place, the weather was fascinating. At sea, southeast winds 10 to 15 knots, moderate seas. For the tides, low tide tonight at 7:50 with high tide at 1:48 a.m. Sunrise at 6:21. For tomorrow, it looks like there is no flipping over to sunshine now as rain is moving to our side through the northern division. Tomorrow's temps, Lautoka and Lambasa will score 32 degrees. It looks like a cold bath after much anticipated heat. And looking further on to Friday, scattered round showers followed by breezy conditions and a cool down. Can't wait. And that's all the weather from the Weather World. Jackie.
Best weather report I've heard so far. I'm looking forward to some coolness. Thanks so much for that, Angie. In Fiji and Pulse, we asked, should there be a ban on all sporting events in light of the measles outbreak?
Better to have all the sports competition postponed to next year to avoid the spread of this killer disease.
Should be banned for the safety of the players.
We're happy with it because we want our safety as players too.
It's better to have all these sports activities cancelled or moved to a later date to ensure the safety of Fijians from measles.
It's a good idea because it's better to contain the contamination and safeguard the players and the country as a whole.
Relevant stakeholders to move all sporting events to next year because of measles.
No, they should not be cancelled, but all the players must get injection.
Yes, sports should be cancelled because it can spread it to other people.
Recapping the main stories for tonight, measles vaccine ultra-safe and effective, grandmother heartbroken for missing child, and woman critical after stabbing. Now for these stories and others, tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. Our poll question, we're asking, should Fijians have visa-free access to more countries? Visit our FBC website to answer. And our shot of the day, you know it's Christmas time when these flowers bloom. The picture captured by Shiba Davu at Suva's Central Business District. And you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj, via Facebook page FBC News, our Twitter page at FBC_news, or hashtag FBC News. That was the FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, stay safe. Good night.
Hi, I'm Shamiza. And I'm Salma. We're from Nandi and we love Mirchi FM because it's hot.
My name is Rajnita Lata and I'm from Vatulaloba. और हम सब मिर्ची FM सुनता है because it's hot.
Hi, my name is Vinita. I'm from Lambasa. I love listening to Mirchi FM. It's number 1.
हमारा नाम सागर रेड्डी है. हम लोग स्कूल में, हम लोग घर में और कहीं भी रहता हम लोग खाली मिर्ची FM सुनता. गोल्ड टाउन तावा में मिर्ची FM दागो मामा.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.